good morning, evening, or afternoon, whichever one's going on for you at this current point in time. I recently picked up a couple of Fastbacks. Apparently, these are supposed to be for years the fastest and best on the market, and I totally get the hype. I promise you, when I first ripped it out of the package, I was flipping and flipping, and I can't stop, right? And I love this thing, and it's cool, and you're supposed to just pop it out, make your cut, pop it away, and that's it. Comes with the gut hook, a little cutout. I believe it's 10, it goes up to 10 gauge wire you can get in there. And in case anybody cares, there's also a little notch right there for you to do it right in the head. Now, as far as blade change, like this is my daily go-to. So anything that can replace this thing, good luck. This is what I will always reach for. And nobody wants to be, fussing with a screw and then just to change one blade. I mean, I'm not throwing this thing away, and if you slap a carbide blade in these, they'll last a lot longer but between changes. But ain't nobody wanting to change out a screw, right? What we do want is quick, comfortable. So my DeWalt, for example, rubber in the handle. If I need to put pressure, it's got a rubber here. If I need to do more precise work, it's got rubbers on the side. Like, this thing was built to just be useful. As far as blade storage on my DeWalt, you just press a button on the back, and in the actual handle, you got your blades, right? Nice little replacements in there. And there's a small little gasket in here, kind of to keep the water out, keep those blades from rusting. Sound good? Now this is my baby and my go-to. So anybody who can replace that while being faster, this is the closest thing to it. But unfortunately, I have a couple of issues with it. One being that the blade change on the Fastback and on the Fastback Compact, just to be clear, I'm going to be talking mainly about the compact, or mainly about the main and not the compact. But same thing applies, same blade change system, same everything, just doesn't have the cutouts for, for the wire and the smaller tether. But, regardless. The Fastback has the blade change out, right? Comes out. I love that it has a little magnet inside, so it kind of keeps the blade in there. That's awesome. But if I was to close this, or close my blade first, you can't put that in. That matters to you. It shouldn't, but just a note. But as far as the blade change, it's a little button on the side, right? You press that, you pull your blade out, you flip it over, or you put a new blade in, and it goes back in. Now the thing is, I press the button as I push it back in, right? Because if I don't, let's say the blade is out, if I try to get it back in, there's like considerable force that you have to do, and I don't want to be pressing on a blade. You see these lines right here? It was 11 or 13, I think it was 11 stitches going through, so I don't want to be messing with blades any more than I have to. But with the DeWalt, press out, see that little lever right there? You press down, you pull your blade out, and you don't have to keep holding it. Right here, you slip your blade back in, and that's it. So I love my DeWalt. It's going to be hard to dethrone it. But the main thing that Milwaukee doesn't understand is left-handed people. Right in the right, nice, smooth. I love this thing. Don't get me wrong. The Fastback's awesome. But as a lefty, look where I'm pressing in order to actuate. So it's not, I have to not hurt myself, essentially. Let me see if I can zoom in action on my finger. You see how it actually has the two lines of the wire belt clip? I love belt clips on everything. This is my Quantum pen. Hold up. Back up on them. Back up. Right? Quantum pen. I like a good, sturdy metal belt clip. The issue is that while I'm using this thing or pressing down or using force, I'm leaving that groove in my thumb. And nobody want to be doing that. Not for, long periods of time anyway. So the only option would be, you take a Phillips screwdriver, you take off the that screw, and then no more belt clip. Now that's unfortunate because I like the belt clip on any tools. As far as the tethers, Milwaukee takes it. Like, you have to break the integrity of the whole tool in order to lose it. Here, as you can see, mine is all worn and torn, so it doesn't spring back the way it used to. But this type of hook, if this snaps off, there's no more tether. So as far as the tether, I got to give it to Milwaukee. As far as everything else, I gotta give it to DeWalt as far as comfort. It's bigger. Obviously, this is something small. You can fit in your pocket, throw it in the back of a truck, throw it in your shoe, throw it in your boot. But I really, really wish people would make more left-handed friendly stuff. Like if they were to make a left-handed version where the blade was on this side, the refill was on this side, the button was here, and the clip was on this side, it would be a lot easier because the natural fitting, right, for me, would be on this kind of slant for me to put my index finger there. So as I'm using it, you know, that's no problem for somebody with a right hand. But somebody on the left hand, like my natural grip is here. There's nothing here, just the button. But no matter where I'm touching, I'm pushing on the wire. So that's not comfortable for me. Unfortunately, I can't keep these. But if you're right-handed, go for it. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong. Even the compact is super quick, super smooth. Like, there's nothing bad I can say about these other than they're just not built for people like me that have, left hands. Now, I could take this off, but it kind of defeats the purpose of the belt clip. Quick thing I wanted to add was Milwaukee. You can make the left-handed market flood into that Fastback. You don't have to do anything new to it. You don't have to make it crazy. Just make it left-handed. You can leave the number as it is, and then for the model number, just add -L so we know it's for left-handed. That's all you have to do. I don't care if I have to wait a week, a month, a year, if you have to make them custom. I know the Fastbacks don't fall apart easy. Okay, maybe not a year, by the way, just like a month or a week, just to get a left-handed version, and it's by order instead of making like a bunch that might not sell right away, because of course, the right-handed market, there's a lot more right-handed people out there. I don't mind the wait, but please, make a left-handed Fastback. They're so awesome. They flip, flap, 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 flap. I want that, but I want to be comfortable doing it without sacrificing that belt clip. And to be clear, even if I did remove the belt clip, that little bump at the end of the zoom in action, the little bump that is on the inside of that belt clip, that's where my finger would be. Like, I'd still be pressing my thumb into that bump. So ergonomically, it just wouldn't work for somebody with a left hand. Milwaukee, if anybody out there ever wants to make a left-handed Fastback, I'd be more than happy to pay for it. But until then, gotta go with my DeWalt here. Well, with that being said, just a small little video just kind of expressing my gripes about the Fastback. As far as a tool, I mean, this thing is super sharp. So as far as sharpness, I mean, there's no question. Keep a sharp blade on your blade at all times, and you won't ever have a problem, right? But you see how I have to basically hold my blade literally anywhere else but the handle because of that clip. Now, any way you hold the DeWalt, left hand, right hand, that lever is not gonna interfere with anything. Just grip it and rip it. And as you can see from that folding, I am due for a sharper knife, or sharper blade, I should say. Yeah, she's done for. You can clearly tell that I use my DeWalt a lot more, because that blade is not as sharp as it used to be. Anyway, you get the point. So my DeWalt is my baby, and the Fastback, I promise you, if y'all were to make a left-handed version and put a little rubber around it, little, something to make it more comfortable in the hand, that's something personally that I would appreciate. The Milwaukee's a great tool, and, as far as quick, can't say anything bad about it. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So I'm going to hang on to this DeWalt until Milwaukee can prove to me that they can make something that's comfortable for left-handed people. Sound good? With that being said, thank you for watching, and work smart.